Hello again, everybody. Sorry about all the technical issues this morning. This is part 2 of your week 1 Q&A, and this is where I'm going to go through how you can utilize MyFitnessPal to raise your level of awareness and accountability about what you're eating and drinking, and then we can figure out how to adjust that to help you get the results you want. So. This is a checklist of what I'm going to go through. I'm going to show you how to create an account, how to change your privacy settings so I can see what you're eating. Now, not anyone can see what you're eating. It's only the people who you invite to be your friend on MyFitnessPal. So it won't be public information unless you choose to make it public. And then I'm going to show you exactly how to enter the food in that you're eating. So let me just change screens here for a minute. It'll just take a moment while I get that screen up. The first thing I'm going to show you is how to log in to how to create an account on MyFitnessPal. So it should look like this here. And first you need to create a username. And, you know, choosing something that has your name in it or part of your name in it would be a great idea. And I'm just going to create a pretend and fake name. I'm going to use my real, a real email address and a password. And then it asks you to put in some information about yourself. The first thing it asks you is your current weight. So whatever that is, you can put that in. Your current height in feet and inches, and then your goal weight. So I put in a current weight of 150 here, and then a goal weight might be, you know, 130. Choose if male or female, put in your birthday, and your zip code where you live. And then it asks you to describe your normal daily activities. It wants to calculate for you, you know, what your nutritional needs are. And so in order to do that, it needs all this information. Are you sedentary, lightly active? Are you active? Are you very active? So I'm just going to choose lightly active, meaning, you know, I don't have a desk job. I'm moving around a lot of the day, but not constantly. How many times a week do you exercise or plan on exercising? So just be honest. I'm just going to put 0 for now. And then how do you want to track your energy? In calories or kilojoules? I think everybody here is going to use calories. Your goal, lose 1 pound a week or lose 2 pounds a week, or you can choose maintain your weight, gain weight. I'm going to put in lose 1.5 pounds per week. And I don't want to receive emails, so I'm going to click no, save, and continue. And then it's going to take us to a next page where it asks us to invite our friends. And you could invite me here if you wanted to. You just enter my email address, Kim, O-O, the letter O, Smith at gmail.com. And I'll write my name here. And then I could press continue and it would send an email requesting for me to be friends. All right. Now MyFitnessPal is telling me that I ought to consume this number of calories per day, this many from carbs, fat, and protein. And you don't have to follow that, but it is a suggested amount. And later on in the course, I can show you how to change that if you want to. So I'm just going to say, get started now. And then I'm going to go ahead and go in and show you how to add your foods. And this is the day-to-day stuff. You can do this online. You can do this on your phone, on your iPad, anywhere you're online. The apps for iPhone and iPad are pretty cool. They're nice, you know, you usually have your phone with you all the time, so it's easy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and add some food. And let's say I just had breakfast, or I'm about to have breakfast. I want to add what I had. And I'm going to actually add in what I truly had this morning because that's what I have on my mind. This morning I had Brazil nuts. So I'm just going to type in Brazil nuts and then press search, this green button here. And then what comes up here for me on the left-hand corner is Brazil nuts. And actually I had the Trader Joe's Brazil nuts, and I had 7 nuts. I had counted them out ahead of time. I had these cute little containers that I keep. And so I just grabbed one of those and had it. And I'm going to go over here to the right-hand side, and it shows me a place where I can change my number of servings, and I can change what a serving is. So I could say, if I had 10 nuts, I could change this drop-down number to just say 1 nut, and then I could come over here in the servings box and type in 10. Okay, but I had 1 serving of 7 nuts at breakfast, and I'm going to add that to my food diary. And then brings me back to my diary for today, Friday, March 4th, 2016. And now I'm going to add some more food. I had some blackberries, which I haven't finished, but when I do finish, it'll be a full cup of blackberries, which is the berry that's absolutely highest in antioxidants, in case you are interested in that. Now, here's something interesting. So it says blackberries raw, 1 fluid ounce. Okay, well, I didn't measure fluid ounces. Blackberries, 5 berries, and so on. All these different weird amounts that don't work for me. So here, fresh blackberries, fresh 1/2 cup. Okay, I'm going to click on that because I measured mine in cups. I'm going to go over here to the right-hand side where it says 1 serving of 1/2 cup, and I'm just going to change the serving size to 1 cup. And so I had 1 serving of 1 cup. And I could change this to 2 if I had 2 cups, but I didn't. So I'm going to add to the diary again. And here now we can see I had nuts and berries for breakfast, just like the bears. And so it tells me I had 288 calories, 18 grams of carbs, 19 grams of fat, 7 grams of protein, and so on. And then as I go through my day, it's going to tally up my totals here at the bottom. And right now, you don't need to worry about those numbers, but there will come a point where it'll be interesting to see how your intake compares to your goal amount to take in order to for weight loss to happen. Okay. Now let's go back to this, and I think instead of doing the screen share the other way, I'm just going to switch this way and hopefully make this work without having to change places. Okay, so I showed you how to create an account. I haven't yet showed you how to create the privacy settings, but I did show you how to invite me as a friend and how to enter food. So why don't we just go back there, and I'll show you how to change your privacy settings. So if you look up at the top here, you have these 2 rows of tabs. You've got food, exercise, reports, community, blog, all great stuff at the top. Then at the bottom, food diary, database, which contains, the foods and their calories and stuff, recipes, and settings. So I want you to go to settings. Click on that, and then you can see various things. The first thing after the ads is food and exercise diary settings. And you can track the nutrients you want to. I like to track carbs, fat, protein. I don't really care about sodium, so I'm going to change that one to sugar. And then I already have sugar, so I'm going to change this last one to fiber. That's something I care about. And you could pick the things that you care about. Maybe you do care about sodium. Maybe you have blood pressure, or it's just something that you're aware of. The next thing is you can change your default ad food view. I wouldn't do anything with that right now, but and we're going to skip that for the sake of time and attention. The next thing is you can change the meal names that show up. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, that's typical. But you might want to change this to breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, snack, right? Or you might want to call it meal 1, meal 2, meal 3, meal 4. However However you think about your food intake is fine. You can change that if you want to or leave it. The last section is about diary sharing. This is your food diary only. It doesn't share your weight, your height, your age, your email, nothing. Just your food. So I'm going to change this to friends only. Public, I wouldn't mind being public. I don't, people see what I eat, who cares? But I'm going to change it to friends only for now. I think most people are comfortable with that, especially if you've only invited me as your friend. I am not going to judge you. I only am looking as a way to help you be accountable and then to be able to offer assistance to you if you want it on what you're eating and how you could make that better. Okay, now there's all these other account settings you could change. You could hook this up to Facebook. You could, change your email, so you get emails from them or whatever. I'm just going to leave it as is for now. One more thing is, if you're interested, you can log your exercise in here as well. I don't recommend it for right now. It just adds one more variable that could lead to frustration for you, which is, we're trying to minimize that. You've got enough to do in your busy life. Okay, so that's MyFitnessPal in a nutshell. Oh, one last thing. If you are using your phone and using the app, one way that you can enter the food is by scanning the barcode. So when you go in to enter a food, you'll see a little picture of a barcode at the bottom, and you press on that, and then MyFitnessPal opens up your camera, and it'll allow you to just scan the barcode on any food package, box of lettuce, bag of frozen blueberries, and the information will automatically show up in your food diary, and you just click the check mark that yes, you want it to be there, and it will. So that's pretty cool time-saving thing as well. Okay, the last couple things I want you to do, I want you to practice and experiment on yourself. And it involves mindful eating. What I mean by that is taking the time to really observe and notice without judging your experience with food. What does it look like on the plate? What does it smell like? What does it sound like? What do you anticipate when you see that food? This is a helpful experiment to help you detach from guilt about certain foods. And it also helps you slow down with your eating and really notice, are you hungry when you're starting? Are you hungry halfway through the plate full of food? Are you still hungry once you're finished with the food? So I want you to go through and do at least one meal where you really practice mindful eating. It's something where you might want to eat alone that particular time. And I really encourage you to try doing that sooner rather than later. The last thing I'm going to say this morning is about your mindset. Getting success in changing a habit or behavior is all about changing your mindset and getting in touch with why. What's your motivation for getting started? And if you can find a core value of yours to tie this motivation to, it can really help you move forward. And so I like this saying, an important enough why can get you through almost any how. If something's really important to you, you'll find a way to make it happen. And I know you can do this, and I can envision you having success. What I'd like you to share on Facebook, in our private Facebook group today, is what is your big why? Love to be able to support you in reaching your goals and clarifying your motivation. And that will conclude the webinar for today. Again, I apologize for all the technical challenges we had this morning, but I hope you have found these videos helpful, and I will be happy to answer any questions you have in the Facebook group. Have a great day, everybody.